Good morning. Good morning. What? Good morning. Look at all of you. All right, so we're using this mic. It's not a super great for this, but it's for the second room, and it's also for our friends on Zoom, okay? So if people are asking questions and they hand you this mic, that is why. All right, so good morning. My name is Rebecca Nugent. I'm the head of the Department of Statistics and Data Science here at Carnegie Mellon, and I'm also one of the co-founders of the Carnegie Mellon Sports Analytics Circus. We changed the C's. We know you're familiar with our content, so we have a C for camp, C for conference, C for center, C for some other stuff coming, stay tuned. But today feels a little bit like a C for circus. So let me first explain why it's a little bit crazier than usual. So there was a very large demand for in-person, larger than there had been in previous years, which is fantastic. We're so excited that we were able to get so many people together. But we also had to make a choice as to whether we started, it sold out a few weeks ago, but whether we needed to just completely stop people from coming or if we were going to try to come up with solutions. So we made a choice, and our choice was to try to support this community as much as possible. And so what we have here for today is we have two rooms. We have this room as well as a second room, which you can see as you walk out this door. All right. We also are making choices like we don't have the food in the lounge space. We've opened things up on the patio. We'll be using the entire first floor for the poster session. So things are not just going to happen here. It is going to involve a little bit of walking around, but we did that so we could accommodate as many people as we possibly could. Because we are larger than usual, I do ask for everyone's patience and some kindness when we're sort of moving through spaces. Everybody take extra time. Please be cautious. Please help support people maybe moving from different spaces. If you spent some time in here, maybe spend some time over in the other room. Make sure that everyone is getting an opportunity to network and connect with as many people as possible. Again, one of the reasons that we made this choice that keeps us up at night is that we know how much people value the networking aspects of this conference. One of the things that we really appreciate about this community when we started this journey 7 years ago was we really believed that it was possible to put together content and programming that had cutting edge research, leaders in the field, really pushing forward sports analytics research, but we also could connect them with all of the young, rising student talent. So we focus on accessibility. We focus on trying to get as many students here as possible, along with the leaders, the graduate program directors, the professional sports executives, et cetera. And we are so happy that you also believe in this because, as you can see, we've been growing and growing and growing even through the pandemic. We're already having conversations about next year. Carnegie Mellon is thinking about putting us in a brand new building. Not a sports analytics building, but hang tight. Give me some time on that one. But the point being is that we really appreciate everybody's support. I also want to, of course, mention we have a code of conduct at all Carnegie Mellon events. If there's any sort of interaction that makes you feel uncomfortable or something that doesn't feel quite right, please feel free to reach out to any Carnegie Mellon person who is hosting, and we will help you with that situation. So don't be shy. This has always been a very friendly, supportive event. But we just wanted to mention that. I also want to give a shout out online and here to anyone who is a veteran. We're celebrating Veterans Day today. Thank you so much for your service, and thank you for choosing to spend your Veterans Day here in Pittsburgh. So just want to or online, because we have a lot of people online. So I do want to do some quick introductions, kind of the Carnegie Mellon Sports Analytics team, so to speak. And I want to kick things off with somebody who's not in the program committee, which is Andrew Thomas, who is in the back. So Andrew, can you, and so for those online, he's in the back, he's from SMT. Andrew is he is not listed on the program committee, but he is part of the original crew. He is a former faculty at Carnegie Mellon and was extremely active in a lot of the big sports analytics projects like War on Ice and other things that really kicked off our consortium. So I wanted to say thank you to Andrew. Thank you so much for his support and for his attendance and helping us out with our research competition. The other person I want to introduce is Sam Ventura. So Sam is a former graduate student here and actually former faculty, but is now as vice president at the Buffalo Sabres. He is also on our program committee, and you will see him hopping all over today, running competitions, interviewing people. If we ask you for a clip, please do us a solid, give us a quick clip. We'll be doing interviews. And the last person that I want to introduce is, I could not be prouder of my colleague, Ron Yurko, who is standing to my right. Ron also did his graduate work here. He is now faculty in the Department of Statistics and Data Science and has really assumed kind of a very incredible, complex leadership role in our Carnegie Mellon sports analytics world. And I honestly could not be prouder to work with all of these people. We also have an incredible team of volunteers, a team of staff that are helping. So do please say thank you to them. They have not slept in a week, and I have to give them all time off next week, but that's okay. But can you please join me in a big round of applause for all of the hard work of all these people? All right, so it's going to be a super long day. We've got lots of great talks, workshops, research competitions, receptions, after parties, all kinds of sorts of things. So I'm going to pass it over to Ron.
All right, thank you, Rebecca. So I'm going to start with, again, just adding a big thank you to our staff and volunteers. This is not possible without them. So if you see a staff member or a student volunteer, please sure to thank them for their help in this process. So I also want to start by just giving a big thanks to our sponsors. The reason this conference is accessible is because of our sponsors. So I want to thank Bill Benter, Avenue 4 Analytics, as our network sponsor for the evening's networking session. Big thank you to our Big Datable workshop sponsor, Sumer Sports, yesterday. Definitely check out their website if you have any interest in football analytics. Our lunch break sponsor, Pittsburgh Pirates. Our abundance of coffee break sponsors, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Cincinnati Reds. That is pretty an amazing list, in my opinion, given where we started years ago. As well as our poster competition sponsor, who also provided support for student speaker travel, Zealous Analytics, and our supporting sponsors that help provide financial support for our SMT Challenge finalists travel. That's the Houston Astros and the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers being our first NFL team sponsor. Okay, so today you're going to hear a variety of talks from leaders in industry as well as academia, but you're also going to see a whole army of student speakers. So we have our summer undergrad research program that are going to be presenting their work today, as well as thanks to Meredith Wills and SMT for organizing the SMT Data Challenge. So we have a whole troop of undergrad and graduate finalists working on complex problems with baseball tracking data. And a big thank you all to just being here in attendance. I see a lot of familiar faces, which is great, but most importantly, I see a lot of new faces. All right, and that's part of our mission at CMSAC, our Carnegie Mellon Sports Analytics Conference, Consortium, Cluster, whatever we want to call it. We want to make this more accessible. All right, our whole mission is to grow this wonderful community. And we're more than happy to have you here, whether you're a student or you're someone that's been out of school for 20, 30 years and just tapping into this now. All are welcome.